Hey everybody, welcome to this video. Today we're talking about a very controversial issue, and we're talking about masturbation during marriage or when you're in a couple. Now, this is a controversial issue. Stay tuned for this video. All right, this is a very controversial issue. I know some people don't like to talk about it. Actually, when you're in a couple, sometimes it's an issue that couples don't address because they might feel that the other person might feel uncomfortable, might feel like you're cheating on them or something like that. There's one thing that you need to understand, and this is the first thing I want to share with you and put it in your head because maybe you don't agree with me, but that's the only way to actually address this issue, and that's that your sex is yours. It's only yours. And you are the only person responsible for having an orgasm. Not your couple. Your couple is not the one responsible to give you an orgasm. He can help you or she can help you, but he's not the person responsible because that's not his responsibility. You are the only one that has the responsibility to have an orgasm. You cannot just sit there and just lay in the bed and ask him or her to give you an orgasm. Because if your head, if your body is not present, it's impossible to have an orgasm. She can be the most beautiful woman in the world, she can be the best lover, or he can be the best lover, he can be the most handsome guy in the world. If you are not there, you will not have the orgasm. And it's your responsibility to have that orgasm. The better lover he or she is, the better. Of course, if he knows the techniques, if he knows how to do it, it's fantastic. But at the end, you're responsible for your orgasms, and that's the way it is. How does that apply to masturbation? Okay, masturbation is something that we do when we're very young. We start to do it very, very young in age. We start masturbating. So it's part of our life. It's part of our growing. It's part of our intimacy. So we do it throughout all our life, and that's a fact. It's something that happens. Some people do it more. Some people do it less. Normally, men do it more than women. There's one thing that men have, and if you're a man watching this, maybe women don't understand this so well, but man, we have a physical need, and it's not an excuse, okay? It's a physical need. We accumulate semen in our body, and we need to release it at some point. It cannot stay there for a long period of time, and because we feel the need to actually release it. So if we are not having sex for whatever reason, or we are alone, or we actually want to have it on our own, why not? That's all right. As a couple, we have to respect the other person. We have to respect their intimacy. We have to respect their sexual needs, etc. We need to agree on how we want, and we need to find a way for two people who are totally different, how we can have a good sexual life. And that includes masturbation. So, in my opinion, if you masturbate too much, it's not right. And I don't want to put a number 1, 2, 3, 4 times, whatever. It's not the fact. You know how much you're masturbating. You know if you're fulfilling everything you need to fulfill in your sexual life with your partner. You know if you're not doing things right. You know if you don't want to have sex with him or with her. That's you. You know it. And masturbation is just part of you, and you know how much you should masturbate or you want to masturbate in your life. Some people can masturbate every day and they can have sex at the same time. Some people masturbate once a month and they have sex. So it's up to you. It's not a fixed number of times, but it's important to understand that it's part of our life and that it happens in marriage. So there's not really a number of how much you should masturbate. There's not really a way of saying this, but really it is part of you. There's a few sex games you can do. One thing that's fantastic, actually, is one thing, if you're a couple and you want to know how he or she masturbates, because you can actually do it for him. So it's another sex game. You can say, hey, I want to masturbate, but I want you to do it for me. And you can do it for him or for her. A great way to do it is you sit in front of each other and you start masturbating. That's a sex game or sex play. Foreplay, even actually, it's a fantasy or whatever you want to call it, that you can try to do. And I recommend it very well because you can actually watch and see how he or she does it. The rhythm, the way she lies or the way she does it, the face she puts, everything. It's a great way to learn how your couple masturbates. It's a great way to actually, make it part of your life, masturbation. And that's fine. There's a great book in Spanish, it's in Spanish, but it's called Your Sex is Yours, and it's a great book for read because it actually explains very well how this works and how masturbation is part of your life, how individuality of sex is very important. So I cannot stress this enough. And if you're having trouble with your masturbation in your marriage, maybe you should talk about it. You should talk with your partner and say, hey, I masturbate, you should know it. I would like to be, I want you to be part of my masturbation somehow. Sometimes I'll do it alone, but sometimes I'd like to do it with you and see how we can do it. And actually, I don't know, you can play any game you want. I can throw ideas, she can do whatever, she can do a striptease, you can masturbate, or him, or whatever. I mean, there's so many things you can do. I don't want to make this video way too long, but there's so many things you can do. Just try to make it part of your life, and don't make it a big issue. If don't do it big issue of masturbation, because masturbation is something that's your right and something that you should do all your life because it's healthy as well. Okay, so I don't want to make this any longer. Again, if you like this video, 2 thumbs up, it will help me. Comments down below if you like the video. Subscribe to my channel. We're almost 25,000. I said it again. Just I want to reach that number as soon as possible. Here, a link to a great G-spot orgasm video, a great course that you can read and learn so many things about sex. So visit it, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.